For the last 30 years, we convinced ourselves of a beautiful lie. We believed in the rules-based international order. We believed that borders were sacred, that trade prevented war, and that the pen was mightier than the sword. But we just have to look at the news today. Tanks are crossing sovereign borders, trade routes are being weaponized, the UN passes resolutions, but the bombs keep falling. We are waking up to a harsh reality. The rules only exist as long as there is a ruler to enforce them. And to understand why this is happening, we have to bring in the English philosopher Thomas Hobbes. He argued the natural state of humanity isn't peace. It is a war of all against all. He famously said that without a supreme power, a Leviathan, life is nasty, brutish, and short. Hobbes taught us a hard lesson about current affairs. We don't actually hate might, we crave it. When the world feels chaotic, when supply chains break and wars start, people stop caring about liberty and start begging for order. This is why strongman politics is rising globally. We are terrified of the chaos, so we run back to the Leviathan. But might doesn't look like it used to. And this is where the French philosopher Michel Foucault changes the game. He argued that power isn't just a gun. Power is knowledge. Whoever controls the narrative controls the truth. And in the 20th century, might was a nuclear warhead. In the 21st century, might is an algorithm. If you could tweak the code to make 2 billion people angry or 2 billion people passive, you don't need an army. You have already conquered them. Now, Thrasymachus said the stronger write the laws. And Foucault would say the stronger write the code. So we are trapped. On one side, we have the physical might of tanks returning to the map. On the other, we have the digital might of algorithms controlling our minds. Is there an escape? Only if we return to Viktor Frankl and the will to meaning. See, Hobbes says we need power to survive. Foucault says power is everywhere. But Frankl asks, what is it all for? If the West or the free world has might but loses its meaning, if we have aircraft carriers but no moral backbone, then we will lose. Because history shows that a weaker army with a stronger why will eventually defeat a stronger army with no soul. The jungle is growing back, people. We can't pretend the monsters aren't there. But we can decide to be the kind of monster that protects the garden.